That's y'all second time seeing me without a shirt. Count your blessings. What's going on, Empire? How y'all doing today? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking, because I know you did. Do I gotta put this back up here? Do I? I will if I have to. I don't want to, but I will. All right, I'm gonna put it away for now, but if I see you looking away, it's coming right back. Before we get started with this video, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Just go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. There's no reason for you not to do it. It only takes like a quarter of a second out of your time. So if you would do that for me, I would much appreciate it. Thank you. But now that I got like half of you to click away already, I'm gonna go ahead and start these videos. Okay, so we're starting off with a scar cover up. It looks like he's trying to plan out what he's gonna do for it. He started with some kind of butterfly. Now he's doing an ice cream cone. Just trying to see what we could do to cover up this scar. Stitches, that's a classic. Okay, a little city. I like that. It'll be different. This is what you had us waiting for. Doing all that bullshit ass talking, doing all those little preliminary drawings just for you to cover it with two different kinds of lightning. I really thought that this was going to be something like, oh, okay, that's going to be cool. It's going to be a Dubai building. It's going to have this, going to have that. He's really thinking this shit out. No. The lightning, like the realistic looking lightning, it looks fine. It looks cool. There's nothing really wrong with it. But why did you have to include the traditional drawing, whatever the fuck you want to call it, lightning bolts as well? It's like one or the other, bro. You ain't gotta mix two different types of lightning. And then it's just so oddly combined. You would have been better off doing the ice cream cone that you drew first. That probably would have added a little bit more je ne sais quoi to it. Okay, technically, tattoo's not bad. It's done fine. Lines are good. They're clean. The black is solid. It is what it is. I'm just mad that you wasted a full minute of our time to do this bullshit. You could have just started with this. So yeah, nah. At this point, just fuck you. I cannot get that minute back. I want to show you guys this video. It has to do with tattooing because the guy is getting a tattoo, but it doesn't have anything to do with tattooing because you cannot see nothing about the tattoo. You cannot see the tattoo getting done. You cannot see the end result. None of that. It's just a video of a guy getting a tattoo. I don't want to laugh too hard or too much. I can imagine that might be a scary thing, getting a tattoo and then passing out, but it's like, come on, bro. It's on your shoulder, bicep, arm area. That spot doesn't hurt the worst, but he was going through it. Do you see how tight he was squeezing his girl's arm? Her thumb is about to pop because of how tight he's squeezing that shit. But it's funny because then you go forward, right? So okay, let's move back. Look at his face. He's a white guy, whatever, but he has like a little bit of color in him. He has like a little bit of pink in his cheek, a little bit of pink on his forehead, stuff like that. So he has a little bit of color to his face. A tell sign for someone about to pass out is they go flush of their color, meaning that they lose the color in their face, and then they get like cold sweats, and then of course comes the pass out part. So then let's move forward to right before he's about to lights out. The eye roll, and then right here, like all that little bit of color that was there is gone. Completely yellowish skin. And then he starts to lean over a little bit, a little shaky. Now that little shaky part, that's where a lot of people get scared, because when someone passes out, they tend to convulse a little bit, so they start to shake, kind of reminiscent of having seizures or whatever. But as far as I know, they're not having a seizure, they're just shaking for whatever reason. Nothing extra ever comes from passing out during a tattoo, at least from what I've noticed. I've had 10 plus people pass out while I was doing a tattoo. But the funniest part about people passing out to me is the fact that I have never had a woman pass out. Never ever had a woman pass out on me. Always been men. I've had a couple women get like lightheaded, but they've never passed out. Also, based off of my own personal experience, every person that has passed out it has always, not always, it's been like 80% of them, it was on their wrist. Always on the wrist, like right at the very bottom of the wrist. That's when they've passed out. And then on top of that, it's always within like the first 15, 20 minutes of doing the tattoo. It's never like at the end of the tattoo or where I've had one person pass out towards the middle or the end of the tattoo, and we were tattooing for like 8 hours at that point. But besides that, it's always like on their wrist, the first 30 minutes of doing the tattoo, a man, every single time. It cracks me up because I don't know. I got lightheaded once, but I chalk it up to the fact that I was getting my whole chest done. We did one side, took like hour and a half break, and then started the next side. And once we started on the next side, that shit hurt so bad. I was holding my breath and I got lightheaded. I got a little bit of dizzy, but I didn't actually pass out. So I pat myself on the back with that one. But the point of me showing you this video is because I just wanted to explain, if you are a tattoo artist and you do tattoos, or you're a client and you're with a friend or something and someone happens to pass out, or they get to the point of about to pass out, the steps that are involved, well, he didn't say shit because that was stupid on his part, but usually once someone starts to get dizzy or lightheaded, they will, 1, lose the color, 2, get the cold sweats, 3, they always ask for water. Almost every single time, it's just what it is. So once they ask for water, as the tattoo artist, I look at them, I see the other signs, or I don't, but then I ask them, are you okay? Do you feel dizzy? Those are my first 2 questions. Some people, like, of course, there's always men that pass out, so they're always like, no, I'm good. I'm like, no, tell me if you're dizzy. Let me know now, because if you are and you don't tell me, you're going to pass out. You got to stay firm because these motherfuckers want to act badass even though they're on the brink of death at this point. I don't give water. I usually give something sugary, like a juice or a soda, something that gives them that sugar rush, so it kind of brings them back to life. Of course, take 5, 10, 15, however long minute break they need. Let them get their composure, cool them down, get the sweat stopping, their color back, and all that stuff. Once in a while, people might throw up. It comes with the territory. It is what it is. As the tattoo artist, you just need to reassure your clients it happens. It's not a big deal. No need to be embarrassed. Get right, and then we can continue this tattoo. But then after it happens and after the client leaves, you can laugh about him. You can laugh about it later. No. I don't laugh. I don't make fun of people for passing out. Like I said, it is what it is. It happens. There's many reasons why it happens. Another good reason, that the fact that some people don't eat before their tattoo. Nerves are very, very high. Oh, I almost forgot. Do not let the client, yourself, whatever, stand up. Once you feel dizzy, do not get up from the chair or the table, wherever you're at, because once you get up, you will go down. Just be cool, be calm, be patient. Everything will work itself out. So now that I gave you guys some life lessons, let's go ahead and look at another tattoo. Do I have to start making videos with my shirt off? I'm trying to get into shape before I start doing that, because I don't need people making fun of my flabs. But I think I'm gonna have to just start going ahead and doing it. And I might just start with reenacting this video. That's y'all's second time seeing me without a shirt. Count your blessings. It may or may not happen again. But let's continue on with his video. He looks seductively in the camera, as was I a moment ago. Why I'll always beat the competition my age tattoos, because my work is actually good. Now, confidence is key. I will give you that. If you want to succeed, or if you want to do anything in a grander way, you have to have the confidence to do so. So I'm not mad at the confidence part, but let's be realistic at the same time. He should have started off with his age. That way we can know that before we make any other judgments. It does say later, the next clip of the video, he's 20 years old. Okay, so going back to this tattoo. tattoo. 20 years old. I don't know when he started. He could have started that same year. He could have started a couple years ago. He could have started 4, 5, 6 years ago. We don't know. Yes, it's rare for anyone under the age of 18 to even start tattooing. But if any of you have been watching for any amount of time my videos, you will know that I started at 16. I got interested at 14. At 20, my work looked like this. So I'm not saying his work is less as good or my work is better than his at this time, but I wasn't making videos like this either, so I could talk a little bit of mess about it, you know what I mean? So if we take my timeline, started at 16 up to 20, that's 4 years, yes, but I was self-taught completely and I was in school for 2 of those years, so I had only done maybe 50 individual tattoos in the course of 4 years. So like I said, my work wasn't any better. It could have even been worse than his at this point, but again, I wasn't making videos claiming that my work was good either. I was hiding that shit in the dungeon like the stepchildren that don't nobody want. So I'm not going to talk about every tattoo in this video because he shows quite a few. I just want to talk about this flower because it's the first one. Shading, very odd shading now that I'm looking at it. These freaking leopard print, and I'm saying leopard print because it's not cheetah print. Let's make that known now, okay? Every motherfucker that wants leopard print, say cheetah print. 2 different things. Cheetah, leopard, cheetah, leopard, cheetah, leopard, leopard, cheetah. Those are the prints. That's what they look like. This is leopard print, not cheetah print. Just so we know, so we can say the right thing the next time, okay? The flowers themselves, lilies, I would assume, they look very strange. Like it kind of has like a solid flat shade to everything, and then it has the little lines in it to give it that striation look that lilies usually have, or this might actually be hibiscus. Yeah, I don't know, fuck it. Either way, it's not correct. Then he has these flowy, probably viney, filigree type thingy-ees. Some lines are far too thick. Some lines are maybe not too thin, but not consistent, very shaky. Shading kind of non-existent at the same time. So there's that. But let's move forward. Let's talk about this one's not too bad. It's more lettering than anything. That angel at the bottom, meh. The eye at the top, nah. Also, this one, the biggest problem I have with this one is the way he did the clouds. Very non-dynamic. It looks as if he used the liner to do the shading off of the clouds, which isn't bad. If you could do it, you could do it. It is what it is, but it's just straight. It looks as if like with a pencil, right? Pencil on paper. He drew the bumps to make the clouds and then just went with like this with his hand and just smeared it because it's just directly straight across smeared shading. The lines for the clouds, with clouds, you want them to look as realistic as possible, so you don't really need lines on them. Now this one, look at the detail. Shut up. It's not, I wouldn't call it detail. I would call it just extra shit for no reason. There's no reason for half of this stuff. It's not that appealing. The best part about it is the fact that you can tell what it is. You know this is a ram, but besides that, the detail is not there. It's just a little bit of extra line work and a little bit of shading. That doesn't equal detail. That just equals stuff, I guess. The clouds, as far as the shading goes, a little bit better, maybe. At least it's not like straight line work and then very light shading, and I mean it is kind of directly off of the clouds as well. But what I have a problem with is it's too many rows of clouds. They're all the same shape, they're all the same size, they all stop at the same placement of the arm, so it's a straight line up and down. That makes it look very goofy to me. Granted, like I said before, at this time, I was probably most likely 100% doing clouds just like this. I didn't know that you shouldn't do it like this because I was self-taught, but over the years I learned, and that's why I'm giving him the pointers to change it sooner than later like I did. Now, I talked about her a little bit before on one of my other videos. A lot of people talk about this woman. As we all know, she is the most infamous tattoo artist right now, Ariel de Jesus de la Cruz Alguente fucking Guadalajara. She is known for her $160 tattoo cover-ups. Any tattoo, any cover-up, $160, whatever. So I have a video I want to show you of this tattoo.
You better bring me a project.
This is the cover for one. It's a huge tattoo.
That's okay. I have fun with this though.
I know, I've been to a lot of tattoos in my life, and artists know what tattoos are.
Did anybody else call you?
Yeah, but if I charge you more than $160, it wouldn't go viral, right? This is why I do what I do. Yes, because I love to do it. Yeah, they show love sometimes.
Did you get a quote from somebody else?
No, I couldn't get my touches. I even got buddies. I've got buddies that are tattoo artists, and they won't touch it.
Oh yeah, he did come in.
Okay, now I know my usual thing is that we watch the entire video and then I talk about it and break it down, but this video is so fucking long and I don't know why she does this, but a lot of her videos, it has like a lot of nothing and then it like speeds through the actual tattoo process. We don't care about you shaving this man's back very haphazardly. You're probably not shaving shit at this point. You're literally just winning. But the part that kind of tells you the type of person she is just a little bit is that she says, yeah, if I charge you more than $160, it wouldn't go viral. Shut the fuck up. It could still go viral, but the fact, look, I've talked to my apprentice about her a few times, obviously off camera. Not all of her work is the worst work. Sometimes she does a cover up and it looks pretty good, like it does the cover up, but it's always the small one. Whenever she gets a bigger piece, but she's charging the same price, she does it more half-assed because she wants to get more work done for the same amount of price and it's a much larger scale project. Those are the ones where she doesn't give a fuck. She just does it, gets in, gets out, kicks you out of the fucking door. The ones that are smaller, like I said, like hand size, palm size, or whatever like that, those cover-ups come out way better. And she would be less hated if she were to just charge a little bit more for the bigger tattoos, take her time a little bit more, care a little bit more to make the tattoos look as if they were the smaller ones and still do the cover up correctly. But like I probably said before, it's not about the work you do. It's not about the person you are. It's only about how many views you get, how many likes you get, how many shares you get. That matters in nowadays society. I don't really fuck with that. I don't like it. Yes, I make my videos. Yes, I want them to get views. Yes, I want them to get likes and so on and so forth. But I'm not making these videos about me being who I'm not. This is what I say on this camera is what I would say off of camera. As excitable as I am is as excitable as I am off of camera. I cannot pretend to be someone I'm not. It just doesn't sit with me. And even then, I'm not a good fucking actor, so it would be noticeable that I'm acting a certain way than I would normally. I just can't get with that. Yeah, that was a little bit off topic when it comes to this specifically, but I just had to get that off my chest.
No, I mean,
This is why I do what I do.
you're doing what you do is badass.
Yes, because I love to do it.
And I'm sure everybody else.
Catch that? This is why I do what I do. Yeah, because I love to do it. No, the fuck you don't. You do not love to do tattoos, because if you did, you would make sure you do every tattoo to the best of your ability every time. Not once in a while when the money makes sense. But again, that is you digging your own hole. You are purposely not charging enough money for the tattoos you do. So therefore, you feel like you don't need to care because you're not getting the money you think you deserve. You see what I'm getting at?
It's because I love to do it.
And I'm sure everybody else pays more than,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, they show love sometimes.
Did you get a quote from somebody else?
No, I couldn't get my touches. I even got
Yeah, they show love sometimes. So they're talking about tips. I'm sure some people pay you more than $160. Yeah, they show love sometimes. That's fine. Tips are tips. If you get them, you get them. If you don't, you don't. If you depend on tips, you're kind of working backwards. We're not in the restaurant industry. We don't get paid pennies, so other people make up the difference. We as tattoo artists charge you what we want to charge you. If you think it is worth more, charge more. If we undercharge and the client feels like it's worth more than what it is, they will tip us. But I doubt these big scale projects that you do, that the client actually thinks you deserve more than what they're paying.
I even got buddies. I've got buddies that are tattoo artists, and they won't touch it.
Oh yeah, he did come in here and tell us that
I've
the
got
other day.
buddies that tattoo.
And they wouldn't touch it.
They won't touch it.
That's crazy.
And now you have two artists working on this piece. So are y'all splitting the 160? Or is he paying 160 each? I feel like at the very least, y'all should get paid 160 each, because that would still only be 320. Can't get much better of a deal than that. So he covered up the Cowboys, which is wah, boo, anyway, and changed it to the Chiefs, which I really don't care. Honestly, I don't watch football at all. I don't watch sports at all. So I don't have any pickles in the bucket. But how are you completely traded teams and then you're doing the cover up from one logo to the next logo is fucking crazy to me. But this is what I'm talking about. It is a large scale cover up. 2 people are working on it. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they were charging $160 each person, which if they were splitting $160 for this tattoo, $80 each, that's food for the day. Like, what's going on here? I don't think they say how long it took them to do. I'm pretty sure she'll probably promote that it took like 2 hours or some bullshit like that. But I think this one of the sadder parts of this is that you have 2 tattoo artists in the same shop that is willing to do this tattoo for that price, but the quality of the work looks the exact same. So I wonder if she trained him or he trained her. But this is what I'm talking about when it comes to half-assery. The Chiefs, you can see in the video that the guy was doing the Chiefs logo up top. Red does not cover blue in any universe. It doesn't. The Chiefs is not as big as I think it was said Dallas up top. So to help cover that, they thought it was a good idea to literally just black out the letters that were not covered with black. It's still the same shape. It's still the same shape. It's just went over with black, and not solid black. It's like a shading, because you could still clearly see the letters, the blue letters, through this black shading. Then we cover up the helmet with the Indian head. I assume that's their logo. You could still clearly see the helmet through the face, the feathers, everything. These feathers, if they were done correctly, would have done very, very well to help cover this up, because they have that texture to them, and you can make them pretty much as dark as you want them to be. But of course, such a low price, trying to get it in, get it out, haphazard. It's not doing the cover up like it should. In the face, it's not this tattoo is not finished. Let's go ahead and say that. But in the face, all they put was the black outlines, the solid black areas. The only thing they put in this tattoo, they put no like real extra shading, no extra texture. I don't know if it's supposed to have color, but there's no color in it. It's just the bare minimum. And I think that might be what she does to get them. She gets them in on the low price and does a fourth, maybe half of the tattoo, sends them on their way. Then they got to come back to finish it for a higher price. If that's what she's doing, that's extra fucked up. Mainly because people are excited to pay that price and to get what they think they're going to get. Again, is it worth more than that? Size alone, yes. Quality, no. But at the bottom, the Cowboys is covered up fairly nicely. That's as good as I can say. Let's see what else she says.
Between Numbing Cream and me and Riley tag teaming you at the same time, that's the only way we can get shit like this done. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a lot of work.
My boy tired. He's done. Numbing Cream, 2 people is the only way they can get that done. Yeah, maybe. Or 1 person, 2 sessions would have got it done good as well. Good thing that they both have the exact same style, so you can't tell who did what. Is that good or bad? I'll leave that for you to decide. So that's all the tattoos I have for you today. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did not, fuck you. Like and comment, subscribe anyway. If you did enjoy, thank you. I appreciate you. I love you so much. This summer, you're going to get the fattest booty you ever wanted. Naturally, of course. We don't need to do all that surgery shit, because then I'm going to have to cover up your scars, and we don't want to do that, do we? Yes, no, maybe so. I don't know. With all that being said, I appreciate you guys for coming and watching, enjoying the content, and I'm going to leave you guys with I love you guys more than she loves going viral for these bullshit ass tattoos. Thank you. Bye.